possible spoiler on the Forbidden Door AEW Dynamite debut, a release SmackDown star getting a major Indy title match, and a Raw star teases an NXT appearance tonight. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Forbidden Door shenanigans tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite. EE, who will be getting involved in the Face of the Revolution tournament. Wow, Fightful Select have given us what might be a spoiler, and I wanted to say, we want to sort of preface this with possible spoiler because you might not want who this is possibly spoiled.
I was getting anxious that you were going to jump straight in, but yes, we were on the same wavelength.
No, so obviously if you enjoy the surprises that the wrestling world brings, then you know what, just spin on a little bit ahead, and we won't tell you. But go for it, Jack. What's Sean Fightful from rossap.com been saying?
Sean's been saying that they being Fightful, have spoken to numerous talents, none of whom know who the surprise is supposed to be. They've not confirmed the identity yet, but talent is unanimously speculating, calm down, Tom, that it could well be Keith Lee. That would be huge. That would be a big, big acquisition. Fightful go on to say, those that we spoke to in AEW upon free agency initially weren't sold that Keith Lee would be coming to AEW, but the many discussions regarding the possibility seemed to grow optimistically as time went on. But despite the speculation regarding Keith Lee, nobody has actually confirmed that it's going to be him. So it's just speculation.
I got really excited because as you said Keith Lee, my phone started vibrating.
It's him. He's going to give us an exclusive scoop.
And as much as I would love it to be Keith Lee, it was Alex wishing me good morning.
Oh, that's
I mean, which is both lovely, but I'm sad you're not Keith Lee. Yeah, but I mean, like, Keith is now a free man, but also a married man.
Absolutely.
Got married the other day. Lovely stuff, Keith. Cheers for the invite, mate. Not bothered anyway. We did a song for you and everything. But yeah, so he looks very likely. Like, he's a guy that has, like, because Tony Khan sort of billed it as like a big star who was opening the Forbidden Door and slamming it shut.
Yes.
And I feel like Keith is somebody that possibly could be. There's a few other possible names.
There are.
That it could be.
Keith would certainly fit the bill, but other people have been talking potentially about Jeff Hardy. However, he does, as we mentioned in the earlier news video, if you haven't seen that, check it out already, but he's got a non-compete clause in his contract until March, 90 days after his WWE release, of course. But Matt's there, so that would make sense at some point in the future, perhaps, if Jeff Hardy were to show up. But
the fact that the opponent was Isaiah Cassidy kind of made me go, what time ago?
Oh, for the surprise is facing Isaiah Cassidy. Yeah, he's someone who could bump around a lot for Keith, I reckon. But
yeah, there is that as well.
But again, that's not confirmation. It could be anybody really. But I think Keith's the favourite at the moment.
He certainly is a favourite. I think Shane Strickland, the former Shane Strickland, is another name that has been bounced around.
Oh, do you mean Swerve the Realist?
Sorry, Swerve with a 3. The We're the Realist.
Yes, absolutely.
Formerly Isaiah Swerve Scott, formerly Shane Strickland. He's a little bit busy over in the United Kingdom as he's going to be headlining the next Progress show.
He certainly is. Progress announced that Swerve the Realist, a.k.a. Isaiah Swerve Scott, a.k.a. Shane Strickland, is going to be facing Cara Noir for the Progress Championship on February the 20th at Chapter 129, I Choo Choo Choose You. Their Progress with their wacky name.
Thank goodness they've given me one that I actually understand the reference to.
Simpsons, innit?
It's Simpsons, innit?
Okay, it's Simpsons, innit?
Simpsons, innit?
Yes, that will be on February 20th in London town. Very exciting.
What a strange place Progress currently is.
Isn't it?
Some weird Forbidden Door activity there, because we had Anthony Ogogo there when he got back.
An AEW wrestler.
Yeah.
But they are, of course, still under the WWE umbrella.
Yeah. And then Anthony Ogogo was there. Ilya Dragunov turned up in Manchester on Sunday. And now Swerve is there. It's a weird... It's the same sort of like weird Forbidden Door energy, like an Asda that's got like a Timpson's, a post office, and a Smith's inside.
Right, yeah.
And a McDonald's there as well. Like there's no real sort of. And Jonathan Gresham was defending the ROH title there as well.
Yeah.
So all this is.
It's kind of a meeting
going
point.
On the network.
Kind of a crossroads in the wrestling world.
Weird crossroads in the United Kingdom. The borders are down in the United Kingdom wrestling world.
I do want to, excuse me. I do want to give a shout out and continued good luck to Simon Miller, who is of course the new host of Progress.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've met Simon or not.
I met him at a Defiant show.
Okay.
We briefly spoke for a couple of minutes.
But because
he
you're
is a
both,
good soul.
Because you're both so positive, you'd have repelled each other away like magnets.
There's a boom across Sheffield that sent us flying the other way.
Yeah, no, he's a lovely guy, and I hope he continues to do a really good job, and I'm sure he will.
All I've heard is that he's been smashing it.
Oh,
so.
God, what a guy.
Golden up from me, Simon. Let's get some Nick Gage news.
Okay.
This is quite interesting because GCW have been forever against the idea of signing contracts. They like the idea of being free agents. This is a very healthy exception, though.
I think so too. Nick Gage has signed an exclusive multi-year contract with GCW. According to a report by Fightful, the deal will reduce the amount of matches that Gage needs to work, but also will keep him in GCW. Brett Lauderdale told Fightful that he is against contracts, as Tom pointed out, but this was a very obvious exception to make. He said from day one, Nick has put his body and literally his life on the line for the fans inside the squared circle. He deserves and has earned the right to be rewarded for 20 plus years of hard work and sacrifice. This historic contract will do just that, allowing him to continue his in-ring career at a pace that is beneficial to his health while beginning to focus on opportunities that take him towards the next phase of his career. That's just lovely news.
Yeah, that's really nice to see. And lots of love from Brett Lauderdale and other people say that. So basically, it means that Nick Gage, who's thrown himself into wrestling for so long, can kind of, rightly so, take the foot off the gas a little bit with that little bit of assurance.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's because that's what everybody pursues, isn't it, in wrestling? It's just that financial assurance.
Yeah,
if you get that for a little bit, then you're doing all right.
Lauderdale went on to point out as well that GCW would not have achieved the level of success that it has without Nick Gage, and we are proud to be able to say that GCW will remain his home for the rest of his career.
But yeah, big love to Nick Gage heading into future plans for GCW. Very rare to hear somebody getting a contract signed like that. So it's lovely news to start the day, or middle of the day, wherever you are today. Finally, we end on a bit of news about tonight's NXT and a possible show up from a show off.
Oh, he's here to show the world, or is he? We're going to find out, yeah. So recently, Bron Breakker challenged Dolph Ziggler to an NXT title match, saying, once I'm done with Santos Escobar, maybe you can have the next shot. Now, that would imply it would be sometime in the future if Dolph Ziggler was even going to turn up, but Ziggler has responded on one of those Raw digital exclusive promo segments, saying, actually, I'm free tomorrow night, and I've heard that NXT is on Sci-Fi, and I might just mosey on down. Now, we don't know if that's the case or not. This has been going back and forth for a little while, and I get the impression, if I had to guess what's going on, I reckon Ziggler would find that quite creatively fulfilling, going down to NXT, working with some fresh faces and stuff. Whereas I feel like WWE might not greenlight it. They might have plans for it, I don't know, for whatever reason, but I don't think they'd maybe want him. It seems like he's kind of petitioning for that in these promo segments, and there might be a reason that they're only digital exclusives, and the only back and forth between Ziggler and Bron Breakker has been either on these digital exclusives or on Twitter.
But they've teased a little bit of Ziggler and the NXT lads anyway. There was
LA
stuff with Roderick Strong and LA Knight.
Strong, yeah.
With the Roddy, it was just a stare. With LA Knight, it was a bit of a promo off,
Yeah, that actually kicked off the whole Bron Breakker stuff, because that's when Ziggler and Rude were saying to LA Knight, we don't want to come to, we work Mondays. And then when Ziggler got eliminated from the Royal Rumble match, that's when Bron Breakker tweeted, looks like you don't work Saturdays either.
Shooting from the hip all day long.
Absolutely. Bron is set to defend the NXT Championship next week at Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day.
Against Santos Escobar. But assuming that he defends the title successfully, I'd like to see this match a lot.
I just think the chance for a few Raw and SmackDown guys who are sort of in the middle of things to go down and do stuff with NXT, it doesn't hurt. AJ Styles popped up and did something great with Grayson Waller. Yes. I think Ziggler and Rude, who is, I know they don't like to talk about. We don't talk about 1.0, no. But obviously,
everyone's been saying that. I don't
but Robert Roode is formerly of NXT.
Yes, of course.
Something to be had there. But I think Ziggler and Breakker could have a lovely match.
I think so too.
A bit of fun between those two would be welcome on NXT.
I certainly hope it happens as well.
Look out for Ziggler on the NXT, and look out for more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you, bye.
I'm the Archer of Infamy.
They've all got it in for me.